Alright, Chief. What's up, Captain? Hello, boss. So TF Nation is all but upon us, and the excellent charity fan comic Thunderclash Gets It Together has got us all in a Turbomastery mood. So hit the link below, grab it on digital, or pre-order a hard copy for pickup at TF Nation. Alright, let's crack on. Yes, indeed, today we're talking Turbomasters, who were, of course, a much beloved Autobot subgroup from the very last gasp of G1, dropping seconds before the Generation 2 refresh, more or less everywhere except America. And while some of the bigger figures did eventually show up stateside in Machine Wars, plenty of them didn't, lending lads like Hurricane and Scorch an air of exclusivity that the rest of us get to be annoying and smug about forever. And I personally consider myself a pretty big fan of the so-called Generation 1.5, but I never did really go in on the Turbomasters. Like, I love the Predators, their Decepticon counterparts, and I did have Thunderclash himself for a while, but I eventually moved him on so somebody else could have a go before he disintegrated into golden molecules. So the only Turbomasters I've got at the moment are Fans Hobby Lightning Eagle, two Rotorstorms that aren't quite Rotorstorm, my Boiler, and this guy. Hold me closer, Tony Danza. It's the boss! Now, I presume Jonathan Boss here was the Turbo team's second in command, boasting a 10-on-10 rank stat to rival Thunderclash, which must be awkward. Maybe he's like second unit director? Maybe he's the boss of the little guys? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter because he's barely ever in anything. Except amazing fan comics. So check out this little blue boss man. As one of the last sons of G1, he kind of feels like a culmination of everything that came before. A chunky plastic prince with an accessible Carformer appeal and a space-age flavour, owing as much to the likes of Sideswipe as he does to, like, Joyride. Keeping it classy with a minimum of extraneous showboaty crap, because a real boss speaks for himself. As a bot then, he's a nice handy size, packed with Autobot-y action, rocking a medium rare body type with swept back shoulders a la Drift hanging off his stubby little arms, plus massive bloaty motor shoes and a nice downward facing windshield tum. Hey Gav. Posing's a minimal showing, but it checks out. The undersized arms can do a modest monkey, there's a bit of a wiggly waist swivel on the go, and he does have individual knees, although they are sadly lashed together with a single bolt, a bit like Rotorstorms, which I recently found out was a QC and safety thing, because these poor patellas wouldn't last a second if your little bro tried to make him do the splits. I get it. And visually, our boy stuns in an extremely 90s shell suit fit of Tango Ice Blast hues, all luminous blues and powerful pink windows, peaking with a devastating display of northern light piping, piercing through his fiercely forgettable face. That's gotta be like the #1 placeholder face you'd give to any Z-list character in any robot franchise. You hop off Optimus Prime's dick. But we simply have to give the G1.5 gang maximum respect for their work in the advancement of light piping. I think they might have been the first to ever do it, and if not, they're still some of the greatest. The bosses, you might say. Transformations are quick and dirty car collapse, all basic foldage uppage, a quick head hide, and I dig how the arms give you a bit of give so you can hang the launcher up front. That's their whole thing apparently, the engines become the rocket launchers. Turbomasters, get it? Anyway, they're fucking lethal. And the car modes are lavishly lumpy fictional rally roaster, coming off almost like Thrust 2 with that front-facing jet turbine. Shall I prepare the Batmobile, Master Wayne? I'm so enamoured by the blunk of this thing. It feels bigger than it is, possibly due to the piddly little wheels it's dwimbling about on, the cuteness of which is at war with the bodacious bodywork and spectacular spoiler with space for spare missiles. If I had them. It's such a mood. It's like 12% realism and the rest is drama. Why is it that shape? Why is it this colour? Where are the doors? Why is it such a walk from the edge to the windows? What are the benefits of a magenta windscreen? Who cares? But you know, the second they announced that Burton Batman TF collab figure, I'm dunking mine in a tin of blue paint. So yes, Boss is an absolute unqualified banger. Just a wonderful little guy, kicking all kinds of ass in his own right and embodying everything that makes the Turbomasters so magnetic. They come off like an attempt to bring Transformers back to itself. Like after so many years spent chasing the gimmick dragon with all kinds of little master mates and add-ons and monsters and whatever, there's something really refreshing about the Turbos and the Preds just being some cars and a truck versus jets. They feel spiritually like the 1984 gang, just Autobots in the truest sense, simple and satisfying, about the right size, one innocuous gimmick that's a rocket launcher, but the way they're built style definitely draws inspo from the late 80s era. All chunky and plasticky, no die-cast metal of yore, but tons of heft, applying lessons learned in durability and fiddle factor, and of course the advantages of made-up space vehicles in sidestepping the whims of actual car manufacturers. It's like 1984 Thew, the outlaw years. And the fact that this was the last stop before G2 jumped headfirst into neon and super soakers and rapping makes the power of the Turbomasters all the more pertinent. And Boss is the man in charge. Or at least the assistant regional manager. So thanks for watching, big cheers to Chris C for sending me this lad a little while ago, random patron shoutouts to Student Scissors, and I'll catch you in the dealer hall, baby!